get my 6. And yes, I have my crayon because we're doing math. Big math. I've been working on a mathematical formula all day. I even went into town and went down to the university and did this math. It's really big math with really big numbers on the lawn of the Darden Business School at the University of Virginia. This is where some of the most elite get their MBAs. I went that far to prove this math. I'm going to show you. We're not alone. I'm going to show you why a specific number of you watching this video will believe that you do indeed see Bigfoot Sasquatch, and why a lot of the rest of you won't. It's all about the math. Oh, and by the way, I hear what you're saying. Crazy Lake? Wow, your big old calculator doesn't even work. Yeah, it does. That's like Captain Jack Sparrow's compass. You have to be him to see it. You got to be Crazy Lake to see these numbers. That's why I'm going to tell you what they are. You don't believe me? Watch. 9 times 9. It's 81. See? Of course you don't see, because you're not Crazy Lake. Okay. I'm going to walk up there and lay out some engineering tape in the tree line because we're going to be moving closer. We are going to lay out engineering tape in this area at the top of our campground. I want you to watch the tree line all the way around, and while I'm doing this, I'm taking measurements yet again to work out this formula with my big numbers, big math. Because you know, as the saying goes, measure twice, cut once. This is going to be about the 10th time I've done this today. And this will show why a specific number of you will see potentially Bigfoot Sasquatch in this video. I will be able to tell you that number, and it's probably in the title of the video by now, duh. But I'm going to show you how we come to that number. you see it? I keep getting the same numbers. I told you they're big, and numbers don't lie. Numbers mean something. So let's go up here. I want to lay the yellow engineering tape out while you're watching, so you can see I'm not fudging the numbers. This is not fuzzy math. I'm not cooking the books. What's that? Right there in the center. I have to put some of this engineering tape there when we get up there. Watch that while we go up the hill. Oh! Had to stop for a minute. I felt a slight pain in my head and my belly. I'm supposed to be eating dinner right now. That's probably why I'm a bit queasy and nauseous. I'm hungry, but my research must continue. I can always eat later. Someone slightly more professional than me might have stopped the camera and then set it up on the tripod. And then started recording again. But I'm trying to prove there's no chicanery, there's no tomfoolery with these numbers. Keep watching, let me put out the tape. Those of you who have seen this strategy before know that these pieces of tape have a tendency to vanish at times after they've been hung up, only to be seen again later. So keep your eyes on the tape. tape, tape. Tape. That one's harder to see. Keep your eyes on the tape as I rerun the numbers, the big numbers, and of course, always keep your eyes open up for up here for the he, she, it, or they that approximately 18,400 of you will see. Okay? Watch especially in this area. Yep, I saw it too. It was that tape, so let's go over there and I'll explain the numbers. Get a little bit closer to he, she, it, or they. This might be close enough. Where'd it go? Well, we might have bigger numbers tonight. But here's the math, guys. Here's why approximately 18,400 of those who watch on the date that this is uploaded. Now this is going to change. This number will change going forward as this channel continues to grow, which it does like gangbusters. Guys, it's called the 80-20 rule. I was doing some end of the year accounting, looking at the channel's analytics, looking at the comments, looking at all these things, all these factors, and I was amazed that even with something like this, with social media, with the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch show, with the research we do here, the numbers hold true. I went down to Darden today to research on the lawn, do the numbers so I could be in the presence of business greatness, and the numbers came out the same, and the formula still holds true. It's called the 80-20 rule. And now what does that mean, the 80-20 rule? What is Crazy Lake talking about now, the 80-20 rule? It doesn't matter what business you're in. That was a dog. Any and all businesses will generate approximately 80% of their revenues or their views, in the case of social media content creators such as myself, from only the top 20% of their customers or clients, or in this case, subscribers. How do I know that? Well, it kind of blows my mind that the number holds true here. I know it because I get these reports here on YouTube. And would you believe that more than just over 80% of our views on all our videos throughout the year since day one come from people who are not subscribed to our channel? which means that, you know, people get caught up on subscriber count. I don't. I never did, because I always understood the 80-20 rule. A lot of people look at this and say, wow, as of this recording, 184,000 subscribers, and this guy doesn't even know how to put his hat on right side out. How is this possible? Those numbers are very deceiving, and a lot of people who don't understand the industry of social media get frustrated by those numbers. Only 20% of those people regularly watch our videos. They're the top 20%, and you're watching right now. That's probably describing you. That's why you're here. I want to say thank you for being here. Okay, thank you for being part of that 20% that makes me motivated to come out here and make these videos and keep looking for the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that may or may not live in the forest behind my home that roughly half of you claim to see. Half of you that view, which is roughly 10% of our subscribers, which turns out, you do the math, to be, as of this recording, 18,400. And I think part of the 18,400 just saw something up there. It's twilight now. We're heading into darkness. I intentionally timed this recording this time of day because this is when we see most of the activity. So it's a numbers game, guys. So if you're here for the first time, or if you come in frequently and you get frustrated and say, I never see what everybody else is seeing, you got to keep coming back. You've got to train your eyes for this. But numbers mean something, and the math makes sense. But basically, we just go back to business basics, the 80-20 rule, and that shows why. Okay, 80% of our subscribers don't watch regularly. You know how come people subscribe to videos on YouTube or to a YouTube channel? Because they'll see a video in their recommendation list once, and I hope you're getting my 6, because as I prattle on here and tell you more than you ever cared to know about how social media works when you're on the content creation side, I hope you're getting my 6, looking for movement back there and listening for strange sounds. But someone will see a video, it's recommended to them, they're like, oh, I like that video, I'd like to check this guy out again sometime, or this girl if it's something my wife's in. So they'll subscribe. 80% of those folks will never watch another video you ever make again, ever. They will be subscribed to hundreds of YouTube channels and never go back and watch any content created by those channels. That's just the nature of the business. This is how it goes. Okay, so it's funny when you'll see comments come up and they'll say, I haven't been getting notifications of your videos. I had to do a search for you. Well, there's a reason why. It's because you don't regularly watch the videos. And after you've been notified so many times, I think it's 3 times, and you don't click on it to watch the new upload, YouTube stops sending you notifications because they're assuming you don't care. And then eventually, even after that, YouTube may unsubscribe you from the channel. People say, oh, I've been unsubscribed from your channel. I don't understand why. I love your channel. Well, why don't you watch our videos very regularly? Because if you did, none of those things would have happened. You'd get notifications and you wouldn't have been unsubscribed. Now, with that said, I mean, you have the right to say, I don't see what everybody else is seeing. But what I'll tell you, if you want to see what roughly 18,400 people as of this upload have probably seen in this video, and you can go through the comments and see it, you need to come back regularly. And I think we achieved our objective here. Give me timestamps. Look back there behind those X's. Let me know what you saw. And make sure to check in again so you can see it again, potentially, next time, here on the PBS. The Potential Bigfoot Sasquatch Show. Homesteading off the grid.